Hey creatives, welcome. How do you recognize fake productivity from real productivity in order to make the most of every day? Today I have some tips for you that will help you to be more productive in your daily work schedule. But I really want you to go to my blog and check it out because there's a little quiz on there to help you to discern what is fake productivity versus real productivity. My first tip is to clock in and out as if you are working for someone else. I have done this since I started my own business over 20 years ago. That way I know how much I'm working every day. And especially when you first start a business, this is important because it takes a full-time effort to launch a business and to make it become successful. So I really recommend that you have a planner and that every day when you clock in, you write down what time you came to work and then what time you left work. And make sure you're putting in the hours that you need to grow your business and to make it successful. My second tip is this. You can make yourself crazy running to the grocery store every day. So my tip is on Saturday or Sunday, meal plan the next week. And then go to the grocery store and get all the ingredients that you need and know what you're gonna make on Monday, know what you're gonna make on Tuesday. I mean, there's nothing worse than being at the end of your day and going, oh geez, I didn't get anything out of the freezer, or what am I gonna make today? Oh geez, I didn't get anything out, so we have to go out to dinner, or we're gonna order pizza. And it's just, number one, it's not healthy, but number two, it can be expensive, and number three, it's just plain annoying. So I find that if my husband and I usually go to the grocery store after church on Sunday, and we meal plan what we're gonna do throughout the week. And a lot of times I use my crock pot. It's genius. You put that in before you go to work. You put your potatoes in there. All you have to do is your vegetable, your side dish, and you have a meal after work. So think ahead on your meals. That will really be a big time saver for you. Make sure that you start each day knowing what you're gonna do that day. The night, you can either do it like the night before or first thing in the morning. Look at what's going on in your business and make a task list and stick to it. Prioritize that task list. Say, this is what I need to do first thing when I get into the studio. This is what I need to do the second thing, and just put them in. If you don't put them in order, just first of all just make your list and then just number them 1, 2, 3, and just work focused on that and just check those babies off. Another really good tip is if you have to leave the studio for any reason, make sure you have everything that you need to get done while you're out, so you only make one trip. Let's say you have a dentist appointment. Don't go to your dentist appointment and then come back to the studio and fill all your orders and then have to run to the post office. Have your orders ready before you go to the dentist. Or what I do, actually, this is perfect for people that have an Etsy shop or they sell online retail. Have the post office pick your order up or your packages up. All you have to do is go to usps.gov and schedule a pickup. You can tell them you're going to leave it on the front porch. You can tell them where you're going to leave the packages, and do it during regular hours when they deliver your mail and they pick it up for you. It saves you gas money, and it's just a way, it saves you time too. But make sure you bundle those things that you have to do while you're out so that you make one trip. I don't know if you have this problem. I don't anymore, but when I first started my own business, my friends thought, oh God, she works from home, so they would call me in the middle of the day, hey, let's go to lunch, or let's, they wouldn't want to talk on the phone forever. That was back in the day when we used to talk on the phone. But just, remember when you start your own business that it is a business. And if you were working for someone else, you wouldn't have the luxury of saying, oh gosh, it's 2 o'clock, my friend wants to meet me for coffee. Bye, see you later. Doesn't work that way. Treat your business as a real business, as if you were employed by somebody else and that you need to be there during working hours. Go out to dinner with them or wait until the weekend or something like that. I really struggled with that at first, but after a while, my friends kind of got the hint that I'm serious about this. Another really good tip is try not to multitask. I'm guilty of this because I don't know if I have ADD or what, but I'm like over here and then I'm over here and then I'm over there. And I have to stop myself and say, no, I'm going to focus on this one thing until it's done. And then I'm going to move on to the next thing. And if all the tasks, let's say you have 3 tasks that need to be done that day, and if they're all pretty much equal value of what needs to get done, if that's the case, I would start with the one that's going to take the least amount of time, because you feel like you're getting more done rather than taking the biggest one and maybe it takes you 4 hours and then you go, oh my gosh, I still have these other 2 things I need to do. Get the smaller things done first and then do the bigger project. Another thing that will help you to stay focused is turn the volume off on your phone, or at least turn off notifications. So every time someone posts something on Facebook or comments on your post, you don't hear the ding and you're not tempted to go and check it out. I a lot of times turn the volume down, but then if my husband tries to call me, I miss his call and he's not real happy with me. So it might just be better for you to just turn off all notifications and just leave it so that you get your phone calls. Social media can be a major time sucker if you allow it. So my recommendation is to schedule your posts first thing in the morning or even the night before you go to bed. While you're watching TV, maybe on the commercials, you can, set up some posts that will be scheduled for the next day. And depending on how active you are on how many different social media platforms, you might find it easier to, join Hootsuite or one of those programs where you can do multiple posts over multiple social platforms all at once. I'm not real active on Twitter and some of the other platforms, but Facebook is one that I really try to post several times a day. And you can just rate in your business. It has to be a business page. You can't do it on your personal page, but on your business page, you can schedule posts. So just try to do that rather than trying to post throughout the day when you're busy and you're trying to get these, important tasks done. You think, oh gosh, I haven't posted in a couple hours. And then you go do that and you come back to your task and you're just wasting way too much time by trying to refocus on your task. So having those scheduled posts set up is good. And I'm not saying don't post in real time. That's important too. But those can be added in and filtered in when it's convenient for your workload. I hope that makes sense. My last tip for you today is this. I'm guilty of this, of watching YouTube videos, and it's not like just stupid YouTube videos. They're YouTube videos that will help me in my business, that are inspirational, that maybe will help me on something that I don't understand, or how you do the Google search. I mean, who doesn't say, well, I don't know how to do that? Well, Google it, because it helps me to figure things out in my business. So if it's not something that you need to do right away, make a note of it. And then while you're cooking dinner, have your laptop or your phone there and do your Google research then, or watch YouTube videos then. Do it kind of on your own time and filter it in, like I said, as you're cooking dinner or on commercials if you're watching a TV program or something at night. But don't do that during work hours, because that is a non-essential. That is not something that you need to do unless it's something you're working on and you need the answer right away. Of course, then Google it. But otherwise, just wait and do it later after you've accomplished all your tasks that are super important to move your business forward for that day. So that's what I have for you today. Please, again, go over to gatherdreamcreate.com and read the article about figuring out what is fake and real productivity in order to move your business forward. Thank you for joining me today. Take care, and we'll see you next week. Bye now.